Up to answer people, I don't know there again. And we have a quick one for sure now. We have Dr. Love a defend VYBZ KARTEL after the drama where everybody are here say VYBZ KARTEL want over $1 million US for perform at the Trinidadian concert. Dr. Love don't have any problem with that if VYBZ KARTEL are charged that amount, because he take in consideration that VYBZ KARTEL lock up behind bars for 13 years. So when him come out to perform, you know say a hefty price after depend that. The thing is now when I burn out are the Jamaican people them where I burn out VYBZ KARTEL, and I say VYBZ KARTEL are charged too much for a concert. Dr. Lover said Jamaicans love fight out each other and them don't see where each other worth. That's why them come out and I burn out VYBZ KARTEL for a charge that amount of money. Enough things Dr. Lover say another one here people. But as me say, him basically I defend VYBZ KARTEL and I make everybody know say VYBZ KARTEL price where him charge to do a show, him definitely deserve it. Now I emphasize no more upon the topic people. We just want to give you a like, share and subscribe. That are if you not subscribe as yet. But you run through that on your phone now.
People out there are talking about VYBZ KARTEL is charging too much money to perform. That is the concern I have on the problem. People are talking about VYBZ KARTEL charging too much money to perform. And I don't know how you guys come up with that to say VYBZ KARTEL are charging too much money to perform. As I say, I'm in the business. I deal with promoter all the time. I deal with contract all the time. I know how it goes. And you have to know what an artist worth. And most of you, I don't expect any better from you because you don't know what an artist worth, because some of you don't even know what you worth. No. If VYBZ KARTEL is charging over $1 million US for a show, he deserve it. He deserve it. He should get it and even get more money. You guys are going to ask, what did VYBZ KARTEL do to be charging that money and rob people? VYBZ KARTEL is not robbing anybody. VYBZ KARTEL is charging what he worth. Now, think about this for example now. I'm going to show you people with this double standard now, you people are hypocrite. The reason why a lot of you guys are having a problem with VYBZ KARTEL charging the money he's charging is because you guys don't value your own Jamaican artists. You guys don't care about your own Jamaican artists, and you don't think that your own Jamaican artists have a price tag to their name that they should get certain amount of money. Now think about it. Burna Boy. I was in Guyana with Burna Boy. The money that Burna Boy charged to do a show is way more than VYBZ KARTEL charge. Way more than that. And when you book Burna Boy, you have to book a private jet. You have to pay for Burna Boy equipment to fly in. You have to pay for all of Burna Boy team members. Everybody that work for Burna Boy, you have to pay for it. It's in the contract. You have to pay for all his ticket, his airfare, and he want a private jet. He don't like to travel on regular jet. Now, is that okay for people to say, alright, he can do it because he's not a Jamaican artist, he's an African artist? Or you guys gonna say, well, Burna Boy is bigger than VYBZ KARTEL? No. I don't think so. Now think about this for example now. These American artists come to Jamaica all the time and been charging all these $500,000, some of them that not even relevant. Charging over $1 million and getting it. Charging some ridiculous price. And those money have been handed to these artists. Right? The way they treat the Jamaican artists, and when they come to Jamaica, come perform. We don't treat the Jamaican artists when the Jamaican artists them for performing at Jamaica. It is distasteful. They will want to give you a 5,000 US to perform. When you have a wider catalog, more hits, and they will give American artists $10,000 to perform and want to give you 5 or 3,000 when they only have 2 songs or 3 songs, or they just have a name where you can say, all right, this is who it is. You see, people pay for name. A lot of people not paying for quality, and a lot of people not paying for what they're supposed to pay for, right? And it always becomes a problem. To book a Jay-Z, you have to spend millions of dollars. And here's the thing, If VYBZ KARTEL sell a ticket for $1,000 or the promoter sell a ticket for $1,000, it should not be a complaint. It doesn't make a difference where you are doing the show, because people would pay $600, $700 and $2,000 to go see a Beyonce or go see a Halle Berry for the same thing over and over, but you would not pay that money to go see a one dancehall artist. So my thing is, any dancehall artist who have what it takes can get the money and get the money legit. Get the money real and not ripping off anybody. Charge the price that you can charge, because guess what happened? When you go to some of these Caribbean islands, they treat you so good. They don't have a problem with paying the money. Now, think about it. It's either a promoter going to book a show with an artist just because he want to look big, or he want to say, well, he might bring John Brown, or he's booking a show because he want to make money and he's supporting the culture. Now, my thing is now, at the end of the day, we don't like to say at the end of the day, we like to beat down our own Jamaican artists. And we're not beating down no other artists that are doing worse, that are doing robbery. And some of these shows, when you go to them, you cannot even get a picture with these artists that you pay $1,000 to go see. It doesn't make no sense. Right? If Beyonce come to Jamaica right now and Beyonce charge $2 million US, they're gonna give Beyonce the $2 million US without no problem. And everybody's gonna come out of their house and they're gonna go see a Beyonce. If Cardi B come to Jamaica right now and Cardi B says she wants $2 million, they're going to pay the $2 million. People are going to pay money because they could afford it and they know what the artist is worth. Right? And my thing is, you have to look inside and outside to see where the problem is, and look to say, okay, all right, is this artist doing this or doing that? No, VYBZ KARTEL been locked up for 13 years. 13 years behind bars. Yes, VYBZ KARTEL was behind bars making money, recording his music. VYBZ KARTEL stay relevant at all time, even when he was behind bar. Now there's people say, boy, the rest of dancehall artists, them this and that. No, everybody have a craft. Everybody have an opportunity. Everybody have a voice. The problem with some of these artists, they get so comfortable, they feel like say, okay, them can't be replaced, them is the man, and they just do whatever they want to do. I'm actually driving. Now, VYBZ KARTEL come out of jail and live the dream that he want to live, and put a price tag to his name, and promoter are booking it. Remember, the first show that VYBZ KARTEL do was not in the US, it was in Jamaica. That's the very first show VYBZ KARTEL did, in Jamaica. And then he leave from that show, and I think he went Bahamas or Tortola or somewhere, or I'm on Scotland Road I drive. I'm back in Jersey now. I don't remember where he got, and did a show. And all of VYBZ KARTEL show then sold out. All of them. And if you look at the ticket price, people buy the ticket and go see VYBZ KARTEL. No, I'm not going to say that every show VYBZ KARTEL do are going to be a bang. It's not every show. Right? I hope all of his show them become successful, and, you know what I mean, when promoter book him or whatever it is. But I do not have a problem with the price that VYBZ KARTEL is charging. I don't have a problem with it. I don't see nothing wrong with it. He's not ripping off nobody. He's doing what he's supposed to do, and he's charging what he worth. You have to know what you worth. So if you guys gonna complain about the price of my charge and say my thief, he might rip off people and this and rate it and blah 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 that and so forth, you guys are just talking because you love to talk. You don't know what it costs to book an artist. You don't know what it costs to bring an artist in a different country. You don't know what plane ticket costs. You don't know. I don't know if some of you even know what per diem is. Some of you don't. There's a lot of responsibility in artists, right? Now, let me explain to you how does this music business work in contract an artist. First, you contact the artist, the management. You say that you inquire about the artist. Them say, okay, all right. Give your name and number, your email address. You're going to have a form that you're going to fill out. That form that you're gonna fill out is gonna give you, you're gonna fill out the venue name. You're gonna put on the form if it's a band show or a track show. You're gonna put on there what date are you doing the show. Now you do all that thing and you do all that information and you send it in. Now your price that you put down on the that form, if your offer is gonna be 50,000 US, you put down 50,000 US. When you put down 50,000 US on that paper, that money, that booking agency, who's ever booking or in charge of that, is gonna say, okay, all right, you put down 50,000, but they are charging $70,000. At that point, you get the opportunity to negotiate with the price, if you can. And at that point, the person will tell us, okay, all right, we will take 60,000 or 65,000, but that's not included plane ticket, hotel, and per diem and transportation. 65,000, that's just the artist booking fee, and the artist booking fee is to pay his team that work and pay himself. Now, if a promoter agree and say, all right, me I go give you the 65,000, them ask you how much person traveling with you. You're gonna say, all right, you have 20 people traveling with you. Out of the 20 people, there's only 10 of them who's first class. The rest of those people are gonna be regular economy, right? All right, so the 65,000 that you're paying the artist, that does not include airfare and hotel. So you're gonna put that 65,000 aside. Now you're gonna look how much it would cost you for over 10 people at first class ticket. Let's just say that 10 people at first class ticket is $1,000. That's $10,000. So now you're at $75,000. I want you to listen me good. All right. Say the hotel now for the 20 people. Out of that 20 people, let's just say 10 people need suite. That's another $1,000. Now you're at 75. Now you're at $85,000 for 10 room. We're not talking about the other 10 person owner. No. The next, let's just say that, let me break it down easier. Let's just say that the 20 person that are traveling, right? You have to book 20 room. 20 room you have to book. Sometimes you have to book double room. It's $1,000 per person. That's $20,000. So now you're at 65,000 plus 65, 70, 80, $85,000. Right? Now, per diem for the 20 person, let's just say that the 20 person is gonna be $100 per person, right? Let's just say $1,000 per person then. Make it easier for someone. That's going to be another $20,000. So that's going to be $105,000. Now, the artist price for per diem is more than everybody else. The management price is more than everybody else. So let's just say the artist price is $1,200, $1,500 per day. So if the show is going to be on a Saturday and you want the artist to come in the day before the show, you have to pay for that day's coming in, and you have to pay for the day of the show, and you have to pay for the day he's traveling. So you pay for Friday, you pay for Saturday, and you pay for Sunday. So if the artist is charging you $1,000 a day, that's $3,000. Right? The promoter have to pay that. No. So we at $105,000. Now, if limousine, security, of course involved, the promoter have to pay for all those things. All those come in your contract, what you're supposed to pay for. Right? Alright. You have to read the terms and conditions and go through your contract And after you go through the contract and you agree, then you sign the contract. And then after you sign the contract, then you have to send off. Some people may say send off 25% or send off 50% of the deposit. So if it's 65,000, that's gonna be 30,000, $2,050, right? Something like that, right? Let me check, right? That is how much you're gonna have to pay the artist as a deposit. Now, how it work? After you give the artist that in deposit, you get a promo video, you send your flyers for the artist to approve it, then the artist put you up on his page, and artist's job is not really to promote, but they should. And then now, you have to take care of your permit and everything else. That's how it work. Now, for an artist to get his balance of his money, the contract state that the balance of the money would have to pay before the artist get on the flight. Or the contract state that upon arrival at the hotel, there's two things you have to pay. You have to bring the per diem, which is the money. The per diem means that you have to buy them food and them little snack or anything like that. You're not responsible to buy them nothing if you don't want to. And at that day of arrival, you must bring the balance of the money, which is the next 30,000, $2,050 you have to bring at the hotel and the day of arrival. So if you arrive on the Friday, you have to bring the balance once that artist get to the hotel to the manager. Now, the contract will also say that, all right, you have to pay the balance of the money 3 hours or 4 hours before the show. So on the day of the show, so if the show at 5 o'clock, you know, say it's best to pay the money by at least 11 or 12 o'clock. Once the artist got his money, his full money, everything is good, then you're good. They will give you a pickup time and say lobby call. Then now I'll say, okay, lobby call for an interview, which every artist should. And then them say, all right, lobby call for performance time is going to be at 12 midnight. So half an hour before, it's always best for an artist to go to the venue at least. You know what I mean? At least an hour before, an hour and a half before, just to hold up vibes and see what it's like.
That was Sport Feed there now. Don't know the report, then we see them, we like them, we put them up, fully like them. If you're more than like and not subscribe yet, give me a subscribe. Hit the notification bell too, if you not miss an update. This is Real Yutes TV, we're out.